Welcome back. Thanks for your letters, emails, tweets, and messages. Today's question is from Simon in Saskatchewan. Dear Sybil, I am just graduating from high school and want to get an education and buy a car, but can't afford it. Should I borrow money? Simon. Well, Simon, good for you. You want to get a good start on things now, even though you don't have the money to pay for it. Well, there's good debt and there's bad debt, and this is a great time to give you a lesson in both so I can help you decide what you should do next. Because not all debt is created equal. With good debt, that would be things like borrowing money to buy a home because you need to live in a house anyways, or borrowing money to invest in your future. And that's where education comes in. Bad debt, on the other hand, is things like high interest rate credit cards or getting into debt because you've spent money on things that you don't need, or you spend more money than you have, or you buy things on credit that decline in value. And a vehicle kind of falls into that category, although you do need a vehicle to get from A to B or some sort of transportation. So be very, very careful with all debt, because even good debt can go bad. Back in the early 80s, we saw a lot of people, you won't remember this, but we saw a lot of people buy homes and then interest rates went through the roof and they couldn't afford the payments anymore. So no matter what kind of debt you're taking on, you need to make sure you can afford the payments. And not only now, but in the future. So education is a good debt if you take out student loans to borrow money to invest in your future. When you do that, make sure, though, that the type of education you're getting will lead you to a good job opportunity at the end of the day. For example, if you want to take an arts history degree, but you have no intentions on teaching, and you're going to end up pumping gas for the next 10 years, that cost will not be repaid. So that wouldn't be good debt. On your vehicle, try and be as frugal as you can. Consider buying a lower cost vehicle, good on gas mileage, nothing flashy, and maybe even consider riding a bike, getting a bus pass, or buying a scooter instead. So the final tips: save first as much money as you can on your own, borrow the least amount, and buy used wherever possible. Hopefully that'll help you. And that wraps up this edition of The Wealthy Life, helping Canadians make smart financial decisions. Join the conversation on social media and tell us your story. Go to thewealthylife.com to ask your financial question and make the most out of what you have.